We often go through life without truly understanding the extraordinary power that lies within us. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos of everyday existence, work, relationships, distractions, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself, where does your true power come from? What is the source of your spiritual energy? The energy that fuels not just your body, but your mind and soul. The answer lies much closer than you might think. In fact, it's right at the center of your being. Your spine, yes, your physical spine, is the key to unlocking your highest spiritual potential. It's the channel through which all your energy flows, the axis that connects your earthly existence to the divine. But here's the real question: have you been paying attention to it? Or, like most of us, have you been ignoring this vital part of your body and spirit?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Let's dive deep into this together, because once you understand the role your spine plays in your spiritual journey, everything changes. You'll begin to see that the energy you've been looking for, the enlightenment you've been seeking, has been within your reach all along. You just need to tap into it. I remember the first time I truly became aware of the importance of the spine in spiritual practice. It was during a meditation retreat where we were taught to focus on the flow of energy along the spine. At first, it seemed strange. Why the spine? After all, isn't spirituality something that happens in the mind or heart? But the more I practiced, the more I realized the spine is the highway for spiritual energy. It's the bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Think about it: your spine is the central channel through which all the nerves in your body communicate with your brain. Just as it functions on a physical level, it also operates on a much deeper, spiritual level. When we talk about energy, we're not just talking about physical energy like the kind that makes you move or think. We're talking about life force, what some traditions call prana, chi, or kundalini. This life force flows through your spine, and when it's blocked or ignored, you feel disconnected, tired, even lost. But when it flows freely, that's when you feel alive, aligned, and deeply connected to something greater than yourself. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that inexplicable surge of energy during a moment of deep insight or spiritual clarity? It's like everything suddenly makes sense, and you're filled with this overwhelming sense of peace and purpose. That's your spiritual energy flowing. And guess where it's flowing through? Your spine. The energy rises from the base of your spine, moving upward through each of your energy centers or chakras, until it reaches the crown of your head, connecting you to the divine. But here's the thing: most of us are blocking this energy without even realizing it. We slouch. We carry tension in our backs. We're disconnected from our own bodies, living in our heads, focusing on our fears, worries, and distractions. The energy that should be rising up our spine gets stuck, leading to physical discomfort, emotional turmoil, and spiritual stagnation. So how do we change that? How do we unlock the full potential of our spiritual energy and allow it to flow freely through the spine? The first step is awareness. Start by bringing your attention to your spine right now as you're listening to this. Sit up straight, gently, without forcing it. Feel the natural curve of your spine, from the base in your lower back, all the way up to the crown of your head. Can you feel how your posture affects your energy? When your spine is aligned, your energy can flow. When it's slouched or tense, that energy is blocked. but it goes deeper than just physical posture. To truly activate the spiritual energy within the spine, we need to engage in practices that awaken and harmonize the flow of energy. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through breath work. Have you ever noticed how your breath changes when you're stressed or anxious? It becomes shallow, quick, and uneven. This disrupts the flow of energy through your body, especially through your spine. Now, try this. Take a deep breath, slowly and fully, feeling the air move down into your belly, and then exhale just as slowly. As you breathe out, imagine the energy rising up your spine, from the base all the way to the top of your head. Do you feel that? That's the beginning of awakening the spiritual energy within you. And this brings us to a crucial point: the energy centers along your spine, known as chakras. These are not just random points of focus in spiritual traditions. They are the key to understanding how energy flows through your body and how that energy affects your mind, emotions, and spirit. Each chakra corresponds to different aspects of your being, from survival and security at the base of your spine, to love and compassion at your heart, to wisdom and enlightenment at the crown of your head. When your chakras are blocked, your energy doesn't flow properly. You might feel stuck in life, disconnected from your purpose, or overwhelmed by fear and doubt. But when these energy centers are open and aligned, you experience a profound sense of balance, clarity, and connection to your higher self. I remember a time in my life when I felt completely stuck. No matter what I did, I couldn't seem to move forward. It was as if I was walking through life with a weight on my back, dragging me down. It wasn't until I started working with my spine through meditation, breath work, and movement that I realized what was happening. My energy was blocked, trapped in the lower centers of my body. I was operating out of fear and survival rather than love and purpose. Once I began to focus on opening my spine and allowing the energy to flow, everything changed. My mind became clearer, my emotions more balanced, and I felt a deep sense of alignment with my highest self. But here's the thing: it's not enough to just understand these concepts intellectually. You have to experience it for yourself. You have to feel the energy moving through your spine, awakening each of your chakras and connecting you to the deeper truth of who you are. And that takes practice. It takes daily commitment to aligning your body, mind, and spirit. So, let me ask you this: are you ready to commit to that practice? Are you ready to stop ignoring the source of your spiritual energy and start tapping into the immense power that lies within your spine? Because once you do, once you truly unlock that energy, there's no going back. You'll feel more alive, more connected, and more at peace than you ever thought possible. And this brings us to an even deeper question: why have we been ignoring this? Why is it that so many of us go through life without ever realizing the power that lies within our own bodies? Could it be that we've been conditioned to look for answers outside of ourselves rather than within? Could it be that we've been taught to believe that spirituality is something out there, something we have to chase, when in reality it's been right here all along, within our own spine? As we continue this journey, I want you to reflect on everything we've just discussed. Your spine is more than just a physical structure, it's the conduit for all your spiritual energy. When you begin to align your spine, both physically and energetically, you open yourself up to a whole new level of experience. But this is only the beginning. The next question we need to ask ourselves is: how do we maintain this alignment? not just during moments of meditation or spiritual practice, but in everyday life. How do we ensure that the energy flowing through our spine continues to rise, to awaken, and to transform every aspect of our being? Because the truth is, once you begin to awaken this energy, you'll start to notice changes not just in your spiritual life, but in your physical, emotional, and mental states as well. You'll begin to feel more connected to your purpose, more aligned with your true self. But maintaining that energy flow requires ongoing attention, discipline, and awareness. So, let's dive even deeper. How can we take this understanding of the spine as the source of our spiritual energy and apply it in practical, everyday ways that will lead to lasting transformation? As we dive deeper into the understanding that your spine is the central channel for all your spiritual energy, one thing becomes clear: this isn't just about fleeting moments of insight or sporadic spiritual experiences. It's about a continuous conscious awakening. It's about living in alignment with the flow of life itself, from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you close your eyes at night. The question is, are you willing to commit to that level of awareness? Because once you do, everything in your life will begin to shift. Let's start with the practical aspect of this transformation. How do we maintain the flow of spiritual energy through our spine, not just during meditation or moments of stillness, but in the midst of our daily lives, when we're working, interacting with others, or dealing with challenges? This is where the concept of alignment comes in, both physically and energetically. Physically, aligning your spine is simple but powerful. It starts with your posture. Think about how much time you spend slouched over, whether it's staring at your phone, sitting at a desk, or even while walking. Every time you allow your spine to collapse, you're cutting off the flow of energy. You're stifling the very life force that's trying to rise through you. So the first step is to bring awareness to your physical posture. Sit or stand with your spine straight, but not rigid. Imagine a string gently pulling you upward from the crown of your head, aligning each vertebra. Feel how this simple act of straightening your spine changes your energy. It might seem small, but over time, it will have profound effects on your state of being. But physical posture is only part of the equation. To truly awaken the energy within your spine, you also need to align yourself energetically. This means becoming aware of the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that are either supporting or blocking the flow of energy through your body. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that is weighing me down? What fears, doubts, or negative patterns are preventing my energy from rising freely? One of the most common blockages comes from living in a state of fear. Fear contracts your energy. It causes you to close off, to protect yourself, and in doing so, it blocks the flow of life force through your spine. This is especially true in the lower chakras, which are associated with survival and security. If you're constantly worrying about your safety, your finances, or your future, that energy gets stuck in the base of your spine, unable to rise any higher. So how do we release this fear and allow the energy to flow freely? It starts with trust. Trust in life, trust in yourself, and trust in the process of awakening. When you trust, you relax. And when you relax, your energy expands. You create space for the life force within you to rise, to move through each of your chakras, and to bring you into alignment with your highest self. But trust isn't always easy, is it? Especially in a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain. How do you cultivate trust when everything around you seems unstable? This is where spiritual practice becomes essential. Whether it's meditation, breath work, or simply moments of mindfulness throughout your day, these practices help to ground you in the present moment. They remind you that no matter what's happening externally, you have access to a deep well of peace and stability within you. And that peace is rooted in your spine. Let's take a moment to practice this together. Close your eyes if you can, and bring your awareness to your breath. As you inhale, imagine the energy rising from the base of your spine, moving upward through each of your chakras, all the way to the crown of your head. As you exhale, allow any tension, fear, or resistance to melt away. Feel the energy expanding, filling your entire body with light and vitality. Notice how this simple act of focusing on your spine changes how you feel, both physically and energetically. Now, here's the deeper question. How do you maintain this sense of alignment in the face of life's challenges? Because let's be honest, life isn't always smooth. There will be moments of stress, conflict, and uncertainty. But what if I told you that these challenges are actually opportunities to deepen your connection to your spine, to your spiritual energy? Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. Will you contract in fear, or will you stay open, allowing the energy to continue flowing through you? For example, when you're confronted with a stressful situation, notice how your body reacts. Do your shoulders tense up? Does your spine collapse? Do you feel a knot in your stomach? All of these are signs that your energy is being constricted. But instead of getting caught up in the stress, use it as a reminder to realign. Straighten your spine, take a deep breath, and allow the energy to rise. This simple act brings you back into alignment, not just physically, but spiritually. And here's something even more profound. When you stay aligned, when you allow your energy to flow freely through your spine, you become a conduit for healing, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to radiate a sense of peace and calm, even in the midst of chaos? That's because they've learned to maintain their alignment, to keep their energy flowing, no matter what's happening around them. And you can do the same. But this isn't just about feeling good. When you align your spine and allow your energy to rise, you're also aligning yourself with your purpose. You begin to see more clearly what you're here to do, what your unique contribution to the world is. The energy that flows through your spine is the same energy that fuels your creativity, your intuition, and your sense of direction in life. When it's blocked, you feel lost or stuck. But when it's flowing, you feel inspired, motivated, and connected to something greater than yourself. I remember a time when I felt completely disconnected from my purpose. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find the clarity or direction I was looking for. It wasn't until I started working with my spine through yoga, breathwork, and meditation that things began to shift. As my energy started to flow more freely, I began to receive insights, not just about my spiritual path, but about my life's purpose. It was as if the fog had lifted, and I could finally see the road ahead clearly. But here's the thing, this isn't a one-time fix. Keeping your energy aligned requires consistent practice. Just as you wouldn't expect your physical body to stay in shape without regular exercise, you can't expect your spiritual energy to stay aligned without regular attention. So the question I want to ask you is, are you willing to commit to this practice? Are you willing to make your spiritual alignment a priority in your life? knowing that it will lead to a deeper sense of purpose, peace, and connection. Because here's the truth: your spine is the key to unlocking your highest potential. It's the source of all your spiritual energy. And when you learn to work with it rather than against it, you open yourself up to a life of greater harmony, clarity, and fulfillment.